What you say now, what you say, what you say, what you say. How y'all doing? How y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? Y'all. First of all, gratitude for the like, shares, comments, and subscribes. Like, whether they negative or positive, I learn from either one, right? And I'm just so grateful. Coming from people not listening to you whenever you say things, you know, just making it seem like that you're small, that you're not important, that the words that you speak aren't the truth. So for people to actually not just hear what I'm saying, but listening to what I'm saying and applying it to whatever it is that they're going through, like I'm grateful for it. So grateful for it. Y'all, I almost cried. But anywho, so I always try to show y'all that I don't just get this stuff out of anywhere. That everything coincides, that it's not a coincidence for some things, right? So I'm at work and talking to my co-workers, and somehow church came up. And I was like, you know, I've been through to all different types of churches. You know, it was to the point where I was forcing myself to go when I was trying to find my way. And it was like the more I tried to go to church, the more my soul was repelling it, and I couldn't understand why. And I always asked Spirit, I was like, Spirit, okay, if it's meant for me to do, find a way, make a way for it to happen, right? So in the midst of all that, Spirit would give me a job, and I'm working on Sunday, so I can't go to church. And I'm like, what is going on? So one of my coworkers, she was talking about her church and all this and this and that. And I was just like, you know, at the end of the day, you still have to understand church is a business. They are getting money, her accolades, funding from the government. And with the government, you have rules and stipulations. That's why they want their hands in everything. I said, so to how much of that is the church is sacred? Because if you read in the Bible, when Jesus was going around, they had tents and stuff like that. They wasn't accepting money or anything like that, right? It was like a bartering system. So now you have money involved and it's a business. So how much of it is being sacred, and how much are they telling you and helping you? Because I do remember when my best friend got ordained and she was a minister, and I asked her, was Jesus real? And she took a deep breath and she was like, no. She said, that is something that we gave persona to because we needed to have something to believe in at that time. And so then I went to asking her, if that is the case, then why aren't we telling people that? Why are we still acting like this is, I said, because times has changed, right? I said, so why aren't we telling people the truth? She couldn't answer that. Programming. Getting you away from your roots is what I heard Spirit say. So anyway, my coworker was like, and I told her, I said, you know, I've learned more being out of the church than being in church. I said, you know, I am at peace now. And she was like, well, I hope that you find, I'm gonna pray that you find, you know, a church that you can go to. I said, no. I said, because not everybody in church is evil. I said, you got to understand that it's cults within the church line, the churches. I said, you also have to be careful who you listening to. I said, yeah, that pastor, preacher, and all that stuff could be preaching the word and saying but his spirit might not be right. He might be a wolf in a sheep clothing, perpetrating and being under this cloth. I said, so you very have to be mindful about who you are taking advice from and you're listening to, because they can lead you astray. But you know, some of these churches do harvest energy harvest. I know when that movie Who Cloned Tyrone came out, I watched it and I was gonna send it to my son to watch it. You know, he texted me first and was like, Mom, you need to go watch Who Cloned Tyrone. They dropped so many jewels in this. Now taking my son was 12 at the time. He was like, go watch it. And matter of fact, he went back and watched it twice. And came back and was like, Mom, did you see this? Like, we discussed it. So I told her, I said, no, don't pray for me for that. I said, the only thing I need you to do is pray for me to have healing and love. I said, because what you're praying for is going against what I'm praying for. Everybody got different paths. I said, and you got to understand that it was tribes back then. They tell you that in the Bible. So all of a sudden, what happened to these tribes? Like they disappeared? No, we are dispersed about. We are still here, but we are dispersed about, and we don't know, some of us don't know what tribes we belong to and stuff like that. I said, no, it's time to come back to it, right? So then I had a dream that night. And it was about my ex, one of my exes. And he was the one who really just got me on my path, even though he had his own agenda behind, because he know who I was in spirit, but I didn't know at the time. He was a vegan. So, you know, at that time when I met him was after me and my ex-husband had split. And we had split because, one, I was on, okay, let's fast. Like, we need to get something right. Something ain't right. We need to fast. We need to do something, change this, you know, 7:15. And he didn't want to fast. Well, by that time, I had joined another church, and I was asking the bishop, like, you know, the fasting and all that stuff. And he was like, well, it wouldn't do you no good to fast, because if he's not fasting and he wants to have sex with you, y'all are recycling energy. So it's almost like you doing it for nothing. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I said, but if this is what my soul is telling me and what I'm calling to do, I shouldn't have to wait on him for me to, you know, get right with spirit the way spirit is telling me I need to get right with, right? So we end up splitting after that. Then, you know, me and him started talking, and he, you know, that's when I started fast, cold turkey. He was helping me with it, you know, and I'm grateful for that part. I'm grateful for the good times that we did have, and I'm grateful for the information that he did share and the questions that he would ask me, because he would always say, I'm not going to tell you, you need to find this information yourself, but I am going to lead you to it. I don't know if he didn't think I was smart enough, or, you know, I was going to be able to come up with it. But like I said, high priestess and high priest, we hear a lot, we know a lot, but that don't mean just because we know it, we're going to speak on it. Like I said, most of the time we'll play dumb and act like we don't know, because we're trying to see where this person's going. Is this a lesson that spirit is bringing to us? Is this a demonic entity that we have to defeat and bring to the forefront and make their presence known, so our ancestors can then take over and demolish theirs, is what I heard. So, anywho, I know he was coming into my dreams before, but he was cloaking himself, because he is a warlock of some sort, because he will always, like, be in the bathroom, in the tub, and he will take long baths, and not just taking a bath, but he's sitting in there, because it's showing me Constantine, the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves, when he sat in the tub in the water and he was meditating and stuff. So this is what he was doing. Spiritual burp. So anywho, in my dream, he came in, like, trying to get back with me and stuff like that. But it was also women attached to him because I remember like we was in the car and a female would come up. My grandma was in this dream too. So it's like when my grandma was driving, we was moving different places. We was going different places. I remember like we had to go to the store and get some batteries or something. But when I tried to get in the car, when he wanted me to move somewhere or go somewhere and I was trying to drive, it was like we could never get out the neighborhood or wherever we was at. Either we come across like kids playing in the yard, in the road, and you know, an adult will come and speak to me and talk to us, and we end up getting out the car and, you know, conversing with people, and the kids coming and, you know, hugging me and talking to me, and I'm ended up playing, you know, with them, whatever that they're playing outside. And then it's like we end up back to my place of residence, which was, you know, my grandmother's house. So I do remember, you know, he had the batteries in his hand and he went in the backyard and he did something. I'm not sure what the 1111, I'm not so sure what the significance of the battery was, but I do remember my grandmother leading me to the back, and she had those batteries, and she also had a curling iron, and it was in our washroom. And I'm like, why would he have some curling irons? So then I was like, okay, well, maybe he took something, or somebody took something of yours and they buried it, or this might be triggering. Somebody took some curling irons as you was curling your hair. Maybe it was an abusive thing where y'all was arguing and they took the curling irons and burnt you, or they choked you with it. That's what I'm feeling. But anywho, so, you know, within that dream, spirit was revealing a lot about him, right? So the next day, I'm taking this back to work. The next day, that same coworker who was talking about church was like telling us how she got accepted with this mentorship programming, and they would be going to Israel. And I mentioned this in one of my readings. I was like, her name is Jenny Weaver, and she is the founder or the owner of the Core. So as she talking about it, and she was excited, you know, about it, I started getting a bad feeling from it. So instead of me just coming out and telling her how I felt, I'm just asking her questions. And as the more she kept answering these questions, you know what I'm saying, the more spirit was showing me. And I was just like, okay. So that night when we got to our room, that's when I had that dream, right? With the boyfriend, the curling irons. The next day, she come down and she's like, guys, guess what? I burned my head with the curling irons. Y'all see how spirit works? Then later on, when we getting ready to go home, she comes up and she tells me, she was like, actually, you know, last night I was praying. And she said, and all of a sudden I started praying about you. I'm like, oh yeah? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I didn't mean to. It was just something that just happened. And she was like, and I have to tell you, you know, what came up. And I'm like, was it good or bad? And she was like, oh, it was good. It was good. And she was like, but you know, now it's not the time to tell you. So I'm going to call you tomorrow about it, which is today. So this is why I wanted to tell y'all before I get this call. Spirit, gratitude. Gratitude, Yehuda. Gratitude, Adina. Our soul and our spirit. Touch not my anointed. Because I spoke on, you know, how they was baptizing in the water and stuff like that. And the Core, that lady, Jenny Weaver, she was behind that. And this was in Sarasota, Florida. And they're supposed to have another one May 11th. That's all I'm going to say about it. Do your research, you know, listen to your intuition. So, I don't know, but we're going to get into this reading. Whatever spirit bring out is what it bring out. First card that came out was Wounded Healer. I'm going to bring this down some because I don't want y'all to think that I'm just, you know, y'all see me as I was shuffling and how these cards would come out. Oh, and I kept hearing two spirits saying, put some respect on my team, put some respect on my name, which caused me to wear this shirt, Respect, Aretha Franklin. So I might do a reading on her. Yeah, if y'all don't know, yes, I do celebrities. If y'all look back further in my archive, I've done some on Aaliyah and Static and Sam Cooke. And I've done some more. It's in my other phone. They didn't want me, the powers to be that's watching, didn't want me to put this shit out. But I think I'm going to go on and resurface and come back to that. You feel me? But we got Wounded Healer, Giving and Receiving, Mayat. You got Queen Mother Nanny, Liberation. And you got Tanit, Pleasure. Y'all please forgive me for butchering up these names. Spirit, forgive me. You know, it's not done on purpose. It is what it is. Anywho, so what I'm getting right now, a lot of us are coming out of being deceived and abused, whether it's by family, by lovers, friends, whether we knew or didn't know. We were shown, and now we have our guards up. Because it's like showing me the Nine of Wands. I know Sekhmet fuck with me. I already know. And Basset. Like, I know I have ties to the Egyptian. And I also have ties to the African. The races, Yoruba, however you want to say it, potato. But now that we have balanced ourselves and we are closing those wounds, we're healing those wounds. When we was in that energy of just giving out our energy to people who does not deserve or appreciate it. Now we are getting in the balance of where now we're giving and receiving. If we're giving our energy out, it's coming back full circle. We're receiving what we're putting out. We have been freed from the powers that be, those strongholds, those binding spells, those chains that they once had us in. We are free from it, but they are still watching us, trying to see how they can come back up and bind us back to the very same things that kept us down. Because we are getting pleasure. And pleasure to us is being able to have that freedom to go outside and sit underneath the sun and walk into nature and just admire the beauty of what Spirit has created for us and given to us. And taking accountability on how we have degraded, tarnished what's so beautiful. Now we are here to bring this light and to correct, purge this. So as I'm shuffling, was I shuffling those cards, this Modern Witch Tarot. First card that came out is the Nine of Cups. Then the Page of Cups. And Eight of Pentacles. This is what you worked hard for. And I heard you standing on business with it. You're not going to let nobody come in and try to persuade you to go back to where you was too vulnerable, where you was people pleasing and you was letting people control you. That you didn't have control over yourself at the time. You're listening to your ancestors. This Page of Cups. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, they're giving you the bread of life. The Holy Grail. Your life force. the cup that you are pouring into yourself, like you poured out all that other stuff from this cup that was poisonous, whether they physically try to poison you or spiritually poison you. You renewed, because, you know, pages are about youthfulness, young, new beginnings. You had to start over. You saw what, you know, was making you happy, was going to make you happy. And I heard it was going against the masses, as far as not following the masses. So like how everybody was outside, I'm not gonna say everybody, but most people was outside during this solar eclipse, you know, trying to see something. Most of us was like, you know what? That moon is something more, and that solar eclipse is something more than what they are telling us. Because they want all the masses to go out there to see what's going on. I'm gonna do the opposite. I was at work, and I could have been outside looking, trying to see what was going on. Guess what? I had them covers over my head, and I was meditating. Getting these downloads, right? A lot of people use this opportunity, especially these cults and all this stuff, to use this moon to try to manifest. This moon was not to manifest. Y'all know full moons are to release. So something was released, spiritually and physically. What I'm getting, Spirit is saying, keep working hard on what makes you happy. Keep listening to your guides and your ancestors. Do not listen to people on the outside, because too, with this person, don't really have no issue with her. But Spirit said, pay attention. Who does she remind you of? And it's the reason why I brought up that movie, They Clone Tyrone, because you know how I get it all the time. Oh my gosh, you look like somebody that I know. You remind me of my cousin. And I have people to even show me pictures. And I'm like, I see the resemblance. It's not a coincidence. Yes, they do clone us. Yes, going to these hospitals and having birth, giving birth to our bundles of joys. When they take our placentas, all our DNA is in that. And they use that stem cell research. That's how they know who we are before we know who we are. And therefore, they devise plans to keep us from knowing who we are, so they can use our powers and tap into our powers. So those of y'all who want kids, or, you know, getting ready to have another child, please look into having midwives and having home births, so you have control of your placentas. Because it's power in our blood. They're using it for warfare, literally, like making guns and using it in these technologies and stuff like that. I'm getting chills. It's something significant about 420, yes. And it ain't just about, you know, National Ganja Day or CBD Day or anything like that. Spiritually, it's something significant about it. So they want to distract you. For those of y'all that do smoke or participate in that, it's my opinion. It's just what I'm hearing from Spirit. Don't do what the masses do. Fall back. Use that time to fast. Because they're using energy. We are rising to our power, and they're trying to find different ways to control that. That's what I heard. It's perfect timing. Excuse me, y'all. Let me light this incense. Look at you. Wouldn't do for anybody. Yeah, my thing dying, so switch. Okay, so 2, I am getting that if you have somebody that's coming to you like they haven't talked to you in a while. Y'all talking every so often. And all of a sudden, they coming in real hard, like wanting to see you, wanting to chill with you. And this could be job related too. Wanting to get you to indulge in some things so that when you go back to work, they're going to be doing drug tests, alcohol tests, or whatever kind of test. They want you to get caught up. They want you to, they want to fuck up your stability, right? That's why I said fast. Cleanse yourself. You have enough time to do it. That's what I'm getting. All right. They trying to close my throat up. Don't want me to talk. Y'all these bitches ain't stopping nothing. I'm gonna get this word out, right? Okay. Spirit, what is it that you want? Yeah. I'm telling you. You left some people behind. We all know that. You had to. Because there was a detriment to your health, your well-being. They were stealing your wisdom. I'm hearing Pandora's box. It was like they was trying to keep you in this Pandora's box, or open Pandora's box through you by using you. Nine of Pentacles. Because you are abundant by yourself. These people are dependent, codependent on you, on others. That's why they always work as teams. So please believe, now is not the time for y'all to allow new people to come into your lives and, you know, and if it is people coming, spiritual birth, ask spirit for discernment. Reveal what it is that this person is coming in for and pay attention to their ways and what they say. Talk less, listen more. Because like I said, you know, I heard showboaters, people who want to be seen and want to have the power and all that stuff. They love to showboat in some type of way. They love to run their mouth in some type of way, thinking that you're not going to catch what they're putting down. I'm telling you, they're still watching you. They're trying to pull you back. Be mindful of your sexual energy. Keep your sexual energy to yourself right now. They're trying to manifest and create through you. So you won't receive this bliss that's coming. This divine inheritance. They always coming after us. Like, this ain't nothing new. Like I said, you know, sometimes these messages repeat themselves because new people are coming in. Like, they might not have seen an older video, but this video, you know, they might see. So like I said, a lot of us are on different timelines. So don't judge yourself where you are in life because the next person is further ahead. Yeah, materialistically and physically they might be ahead, but spiritually you might be above them. Options. I'm telling you, it's like you abandon that old life, that old way of thinking, that them old beliefs. You laid those burdens down and you made your own future. You did your research, like, you know, you using technology the way that you should, not to sit here and come after people and spy on people, but you use the information that you can find or that comes to you, whether it's just by, you know, watching whatever. Like, you can get signs and synchronicities through anything. Don't think it just only comes in one way. But also, you know, you always have to use discernment. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Something about a King of Pentacles. And y'all, The ex that I said in my video, well, earlier, in my dream, he is a Capricorn. And I have another Capricorn in my energy as well, tied to my past. He worked with my family. And you know what? I tell no lies here. He worked with my family because he came and told me one night that he had a vision, or he saw that I was supposed to get married to a wealthy man and that I was going to want for nothing and that was going to leave him by the wayside. And I'm like, why? If you're a friend, because we were friends, at least I thought, then why would I leave you behind? You know, true enough, I'm not going to let nobody come and ruin my relationship. But, you know, if you somebody that I fuck with and I'm being honest with whoever, you know what I'm saying, of course, I have to be mindful of how he think. If you don't want me hang around, that's fine. But I would never, like, just talk to you in secrecy or nothing like that. Like, I'm going to talk to you in front of this person so he know it is what it is. You have access to my phone. If you want to look, you have access to my phone. You got that. Whatever it is that's going to have you trusting me and knowing that I'm not going to step out on this because I love you and my allegiance is to you as long as you're showing me the same thing, right? So he got message. He tried to hurry up and get in front of what it is that Spirit was trying to give me. Like I said, he's a warlock. He uses women. One of these women he could have been in cahoots with was his ex-wife. I don't know if they're divorced now. Because like I said, I haven't talked to him and got any information like that. Maybe he did something to her and she was like in revenge mode. Or, you know, she would, any female that he talked to, she would come in and talk to that female and let them know the burdens that he put on her to warn you that he wasn't right. The devil himself. Because I know they said the devil is a handsome man, a handsome angel. But that soul is something else, right? So he tried to make it seem like that, oh, she was just a troublemaker, that she still wanted him. What'd I say? That she still wanted him, that she just like to cause problems within the relationships and stuff. But no, she basically was coming in to warn and to save. She was coming in to warn and to try to save you from whatever it is that he was doing, this magic that he was doing. Come on, Spirit. What else do we need to know? I told you I seen different women in my dream mad because in the end, he was trying to get away from them and come to me. But they were still attached to him, like, where you think you going? Da-da-da-da this. But they never came at me with the rah-rah 3355. They came at him. So either he stole something spiritually or physically from them, telling them lies, trying to have new starts, using their energy, using them. So say one of them was a hairdresser. He used them for a place to stay. Of course, they doing his hair for free, but they also making money doing off hair, and they're giving to him. But these women that he are dealing with and celebrate with, they're not of the highest love and light yet. They are karmic to him, so their light is different. You know what I say? Coming in for stability, using it for stability. acting like he liked them. But his cup is dry. He using their cup, playing on their emotions. To have new beginnings, to snatch their beginnings from spirit. Did I not say I seen this 9 of Wands? Protect yourself. This person trying to come back. They need your light because you had the purest light. You outshine these people, these women. You got the 10 of Swords. He don't want you to walk away, but he also don't want you to see these 10 of Swords that he put in your back by collaborating. Like I said, because this 10 of Swords in reverse is falling under these 3 of Pentacles. How he plotted and planning with other people. Like I said, he used my family members as well. Because when my brother got put into an adult mental health facility, which I worked there, that's how I met him. I know my brother told him some things, what was going on. I'm not sure he let my brother know that he knew me or he was just gathering up information. But I do feel like he told him at some point. And that's probably why my brother opened up and started telling him things. And then on top of that, where my mom stays, my stepdad, well, my ex-stepdad, because they got a divorce, his mom and dad stay right down the road in the same neighborhood. And his mom was dating this man, my ex's mom was dating this man that stayed next door to my stepdad's parents. And this is where, you know, my brother will be most of the time. Ain't no coincidence. So he's trying to get you to come back. Whatever spell he had over you, like if he was swapping energies with you, he wants to do it again. Because he also told me in secret as well. And I didn't know till after, you know, we had did some shroom one time in pill form. And I told him, you know, speak to your shrooms and tell them what you want to happen. Especially if this is our first time. He was like, nah, I got it. You know, ain't nothing. I spoke to mine. You know, I was like, I want to have a good trip. Allow me to see the things that I need to see. But don't do it in such a way to where it's going to scare me. Y'all know everything holds vibration. Just because we can't see it, things are vibrating. But we in 3D, the density that we're in. That's why most of the time we cannot see it. So I spoke to mine. I had a good trip. This man started tripping. Immediately, I could tell that it was a bad trip. So we ended up taking him home. The next day he came and he told me that he had unalived somebody. And when he took that trip, Spirit put him in that person's shoes. This was his best friend, one of his good friends. Now, why he did it, I don't know. That's between him, Spirit, and whoever he unalived. And as far as I know, the person that he unalived is giving me this information because he wants justice. I have the ability to speak to the dead. Because the movie The Sixth Sense is heavily on my mind. And I'm trying to find it to where I can watch it on these different platforms. And it's not. I cannot find it. But I bring balance. I'm freeing these souls because I feel like the soul was trapped with him because nobody found out who did it as of yet. And this is falling underneath the Ace of Swords. And I do believe he was coming after me and attacking me in my dreams because I do know this secret and he don't want me to tell it. sex magic. He used sex magic, sneaky and being deceitful. Because when I asked him about it, like doing tantra sex and stuff like that, and manifesting, he didn't want me to do it. He wouldn't tell me, but he was trying to manifest through me, taking my sexual energy, right? My creativity. And then, you know, we wouldn't talk to nobody for a while. And then, you know, things will start going downhill for me. But then when I see him, it's like he be on the up and up. So this last time when I seen him, excuse me, spiritual burp, when I asked him how he was doing, he was like, oh, I'm up again now. Like as to say, oh, okay. Like he thought I was in that same energy, that he could come and take my sexual energy. Like he could come and take my sexual energy. But bitch, you have already been exposed. Maybe he, because he always told me that my children were special, that they had gifts. So maybe he was coming after my kids as well. But I do know he said that his family is associated with gangs. And that's why his brother went to jail, doing some gang activity. Told you he was using some type of magic. It ain't working. Anything else you want to say, Spirit? Anything else? Or do you want me to use another deck? Yeah, I heard that. Told you. Trying to come in. He wants you to give something to him. And even though I'm speaking on my story, take what resonates with y'all. Because there ain't no reason. Ain't no reason. It's a reason why I'm speaking on this. Because y'all know, you know, 9 of Knives to keep coming out. He in his head worried. He know death is coming. This is that person that he unalived, that he tried to keep buried. It's time for y'all to speak your truth. Because this person was trying to unalive you as well. Wanting to harvest your energy and was going to spread it amongst these women that he was messing with, or your family, or your so-called frenemies. They all was in this together. He probably even started messing with one of your family members. Her cousin. Thinking because, oh, she was part of your family, that her energy is as good as yours. Not. Yeah, 5 of Sticks. They try to isolate you. You knew they was talking behind your back, plotting, planning. You like, I see y'all. I ain't worried about nothing. And you move the fuck on. Y'all fighting amongst themselves, and while you over here unbothered and untouched. The Spirit is making sure of that. And they steady trying to gossip and see how it is that you, but you see how you standing? Y'all do understand, like, body language speaks a lot. So if you talking to somebody and then they doing like this, that means they are protecting themselves, their energy. Like they're closed off, being closed off. Yeah. You got the 7 of Coins. Because you know what it is that they invested in, that they planted. And it's like, is this a pig? It's like you keep coming over here checking on your investments and what you're planning, and you know, watching it grow, make sure, you know, ain't no bugs or nobody coming in to try to take your ideas. But this could be in the monitoring spirit too, because y'all already know what pigs represent in the Bible. Come on through, Spirit. Father of Knives, which is the King of Swords. Y'all could have a grandfather that's protecting you or a grandmother that's protecting you in spirit. All these clocks in here. Father Time. Time's up. Or they are remembering all the times that this person has done stuff to you, took something from you, went against your free will. And they're going to have to make amends for this. So it's like each thing that they have done is going to be released in divine timing. This person is running away from their sins. That's why they use people, women, or use men in their light, because they're running from spirit. They don't want to make amends or get caught for the things they have done. What else, spirit? Boy, you ain't gonna learn. Play with fire, you gonna get burned. I don't think you'll understand till I hit you where it hurt. So because this motherfucker keeps coming for me, now I gotta speak on it. Spirit said, time is fucking up. You keep coming after me, coming after the collective with this stupid ass magic that no longer is working on us. Y'all, excuse me. This is my Florida water that I make. Spirit is telling me. You played this game. You was playing it by yourself. You wanted an opponent? I'm accepting the challenge. We are accepting the challenge. We are accepting the challenge. You turned us into this savage. And you asking me why? I'm telling you why. Spirit gave you a chance to be truthful, but you didn't do it. So now they're going to speak through us. And it was going to come up, but it fell in reverse. You got the sun, which is Big Mama, and 5 of baskets in reverse. They thought that if they can sit here, because I told you he was playing in my dreams, cloaking himself, showing other people how to do it as well, to come against me, to have me thinking that, you know, the people who truly love me didn't love me, that they didn't want to have anything to do with me. Because I'm picking up heavy like my grandmother. I told you she was in my dreams, like they was trying to block her from coming and speaking to me and telling me what the fuck is really going on. Because everybody know that knew us, that my grandma loved me. I was her baby. She never looked at me like I was her grandchild. Yeah, she would tell people, this is my grandbaby, but she really my child. She took care of me. And they try to put that distance between me and her. Because my grandmother had skills too. Yes. Oh, let me put these in reverse, like Spirit said. Yes. And they wasn't in regret doing it. You know, 5 of baskets is the 5 of cups. You know, being the remorse, sad, you know, crying over spilled milk. Everything that this person or these people did to you, they are not sad about it. As a matter of fact, they was celebrating, laughing and talking and joking and, you know, planning on what they was going to do with your riches and your energy and what they was going to, spiritual birth, invest in, what they was going to buy, the businesses that they was going to make, all that stuff. Yeah, they was not in remorse. Mother of knives. Until you came in and you started speaking your truth. Oh, wait. Gratitude, Spirit. I just picked up Eastern Star from this. Just looking at, because she's dressed in all white, but if you look at her hat, it has some wording on it. Can't really read it, but It's showing me pictures that I have seen of, you know, Eastern stars, but older group, older crowd. So maybe this person's, your person's mother figure was the Eastern star. So maybe this is where he got this information from. She taught it to him. Or he got or read one of her books, because she does have a book open. So just like how my stepdaddy have his Masonic book and my brother read it, maybe this person read his mother's Eastern Star book, whatever it's called, I don't know, because it ain't none of my business. And, or somebody, his grandmother was an Eastern Star, something like that. Somebody was in his family was an Eastern Star, and that he went and read their book and gained some of this knowledge of how to do it, do some of this spell work and stuff. The star, the grandchildren. Come on through, Spirit. Didn't I not say? It's grandmother. That's a confirmation for some of y'all. Grandmother. So maybe this was like a legacy thing. Because her mother was an Eastern Star that she was already vetted in. Just like, you know, sororities, fraternities. If your parents were in one of these organizations, then you, when it's time for you to come in, like, you're not going to have no problem coming in because you're already legacy. Because your people was in it before. 8 of Knives, but it came out in reverse. So somebody, they wanted you to be stuck. I cannot tell a fucking lie. It wouldn't do no motherfucking good. Please believe me, the truth will be told. Since you don't want to tell it, because Spirit been telling you it's time for you to confess. You even went to this person's funeral and like acted like everything was cool that you didn't know. It's like you spat on this person's grave. And then using his energy. Justice right behind that motherfucking shit. It's time for justice. 5252, they calling their power back. And it's under this temperance. Wheel of Fortune. I'm telling you, it's time for you to get back on the bottom of this wheel. But you so desperately want to be on top. No, bitch, you deserve to be on the bottom. All you have to do is say that I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, come on through something. Hey, pretty girl. Hey. Y'all, Princess Jasmine just entered the room. You'll hear her and our cat Jewel interacting. All right, have a great day at work. Squeak, squeak. Squeaky. Yeah, you're this empress. They came up against this empress. But they was gonna keep you blinded. Father of Coins. This King of Pentacles came back out again. They miss you. Because I do get it. This person, although I heard See You Next Lifetime, Erykah Badu. Like, this person really did have love for you. They fucked with you. But because they had all this other stuff going on, they knew they could never be with you. And they just had it in their head that, okay, well, since I can't be with this person, then I'm going to go against this person. Maybe I could take this person's destiny. And then next lifetime, you know, I can make things right. Maybe that's their mentality. Sarah said, all you got to do is say, I'm sorry. I'm in love with you. And they wanted it. Mother of Sticks. Because they know you are a true master manifester. But if they was in their highest love and light, their highest self, Y'all could have built on some shit. Because I'm looking at this smoke too. It almost looked like a figure. So some of y'all might need to do candle magic or burn incense or something like that and meditate. Two of Sticks. Yeah, this person had an option. They was at a crossroads. My bad, you guys. My thing popped up and saying I need more storage. I'm telling you, they don't want this to come out. And what I'm saying right now is not allegedly, because this person came and told me. This ain't no hearsay. I heard it through the grapevine type shit. This person literally came up and showed me. I could tell you where it was at, where we were standing and everything. And y'all see how these cards coming out? I don't have to lie. I'm telling you, Spirit speaks through me. And I know the more that I evolve, that these people are going to be able to manifest through me as like on Ghost. Olame, I think that was her name. How those spirits was able to jump in her body. But I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not initiated in that now. Because like I said, it's different levels. You have to go through things. Spiritual birth. Three of Sticks. Told you, this person was cloaked and doing whatever the fuck that they was doing. He might, like I said, he could have solicited help from his grandmother or his mom to do this stuff. To have new beginnings, because she does the same. Ace of Wands out here twice. A lot of this stuff is repeating. Then y'all wonder why we have a lot of cards, because a lot of these cards, the illustration shows us different things. We get different visuals on different things, and it shows us. Yeah. Hermit mode, Dr. Grant. This person you're dealing with, I heard off the grid. It says off the grid. Being hermit mode. Always by themselves. Like, don't wear fancy clothes and stuff like that. They're trying to fit in to where you don't notice them, like a wallflower. Because they don't want to be seen like that. They hiding in plain sight. It's a lot of mess because half of my deck just fell. Oh, I got Moneybag Yo said, what be wrong? What be wrong with bitches and what be wrong with niggas, right? 8 of Baskets. Y'all see? The 8 of Cups in the other deck was in reverse. Don't want you to walk away. Spirit said have been trying to tell this person, you need to abandon this way of life. You can't run forever. You can't run from your sins. We gave you time after time to repent, to do right. You will be brought to justice. Temperance again. You will come to justice. Everything has to come in balance. This person was needed. You took this person's life for what? You ain't my op, you a hater. Stop telling people we beefing. We ain't beefing with you. You beefing with us. And I know he watches YouTube. He don't even have social media. So if you saying this message, bitch, you're exposed. I see you. You're worried if I'm going to tell your name. I'm not going to say your name. You know exactly who I'm talking to. Didn't this come out in the beginning of the deck? Didn't I show you this? You're being exposed because this person that you have in purgatory, that they can't go to the next life because you're holding on to their energy, they are seeking justice and balance. Time is up, and then there's a fly come up in here. All right, I feel like I need to come up out of this. Because I do want to talk about what my coworker said she prayed for me about before I even know what it is. So then I could come back and tell you. Get him, baby. Get that fly. Sending monitoring spirits in here. Gratitude spirit for showing that. I'm going to, I think I'm going to start another video. This is already long because I'm going to add this one to the one that just cut off. Y'all come back, you hear? Peace, love, and gratitude.